Seriously. All right. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the thing and put it onto lunch so that we have something to display. You guys it's essentially a free talk period. It's time for us to like sync up and do whatever. So any speakers can unmute their mics and just chat like we did last year. People can ask questions, just ping who you're interested in and they can just respond either in chat or verbally. That's totally cool. Yeah, and I'm gonna grab something to eat because I'm starving.
Okay. I believe you have earned your.
Thank you so much for all your hard work.
It'll be fine.
I can go order a pizza over the internet.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, order food. That's the perfect time. This is the perfect time for it now. Next up, we'll eventually at 2:10, so about an hour. A little less than an hour from now, John Duran's going to be talking about animating visual novels, so we can have like a technical discussion. It'll be awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so the next block is actually a lot of technical / art stuff. And then after that, and then a couple of breaks, and then it's more businessy stuff in the later half of the day is how I organize things. So it'll be a fun day. Hope everyone's having fun. Hope they're enjoying it. Yeah, all right, I'm going to set you guys free. You can do whatever you want now. I will be around.
I'm gonna catch my breath. That's what I'm gonna do.
It's not safe.
It's time to conquer.
Thanks for a great talk, JP.
Thank
you.
Hello.
First
Thanks
talk
so much.
and sneezed during that first talk, and I have never been so mortified.
Did you have your mic open when you were sneezing?
Yeah, I didn't realize I still had my mic on, and so I sneezed during the first talk, and like 80 people just like heard it. And somebody even said, "God bless you." And
Get me
like,
on the internet.
I was like, "Oh God!"
Next to your bingo spot, someone sneezes.
Right?
Yes. Oh my God. Where's my?
If somebody exists, just have that as a
Present your
spot.
Leaf's mic on.
Yeah. There you go.
God damn it! What do I want for pizza? This is a problem.
Pepperoni, easy.
Well, obviously, but like my roommate's probably
Pepperoni,
eat some too, so.
Extra cheese, artichoke hearts.
Oh God, no! Probably pepperoni and
Uh-oh.
chicken.
About that. Yeah, questionable choices there.
Artichoke hearts. Why not human hearts? I'll go for that.
Is that an option? How much does that cost?
It costs. You have to make a trip to the Temple of Doom.
Ah.
Depends where you shop.
Depends where you shop. Got it.
Yes.
Do you have any recommendations on where to buy human hearts?
Usually I like to get them fresh myself because I'm a fucking
Guys,
psychopath.
you're being recorded. Remember, you're being recorded. This is admissible.
Please don't admit to any
It's
crimes.
okay. They can talk to my lawyer. It's fine.
Well, I'm pretty sure that right now I am your lawyer.
In the comment under the YouTube video, this will just be timestamped with like discussion on black market orchid trading.
Oh my God! And I thought my actual scheduled talk was gonna be awful.
Luckily, like, my recording is paused right now because I'm resetting the machine. But there's a backup recorder.
Veggies on pizza? What kind of monster does this company think I am?
So about the pineapple, baby.
Ugh.
No. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's nasty.
We're changing
To be fair, you have to have
Depends on what's on the pizza.
Your opinion is wrong.
Your opinion is wrong, Wolf.
Prove it.
Keep in mind, you think that I'm A, a good person, and B, a competent writer. Therefore, your opinion is automatically wrong.
Fair. I don't really have a response to that, honestly.
Probably finish my speech in the meantime.
Yeah.
Still working on my slides, guys.
I got my PowerPoint slides all ready to go. I just haven't actually like typed out my speech.
I
It'll
typed in my
be
speech, but
amazing.
don't
It'll be
have
amazing.
PowerPoint slides.
Like, I don't type it out. I just have bullet points to run off of.
I thought I would stutter, so I figured why not. And also, I'm drinking, so you know.
Well,
Are you
like,
sure
that's
you're
why
gonna
bullet
sober
points
up
are
in
fun.
time?
Like, the more drunk he is, the more fun it is, honestly.
Wait, what?
And so the more drunk you are, the more fun it'll be.
I mean, yeah, because you know me. and you can confirm that that is indeed. Listen, I don't think I've had a single conversation between you and I where I've been sober.
Yeah.
Sober when when we're meeting.
Wait, what? No, never. Honestly, never.
Yeah, like you're always drinking something.
Keep in mind that when we were doing the scripting for Demon Girls or whatever, I literally popped into chat just to be like, I have a bottle of wine. 5 minutes later, oh, this bottle of wine is half gone. 10 minutes after that, oh shit, guys, I'm out of wine. Should I crack open the other bottle that I have?
You were. What was the context for you drinking wine during the editing of the Monster Jam VN?
Because he's Cypher.
Because I'm me. Yeah.
Isn't the saying goes that you write drunk and edit sober?
No, I prefer to do it all drunk.
Do either of those actually work?
As a personal anecdote, when I wrote Episcicava, people were showing me screenshots for scenes that I don't remember writing because I was up for 44 hours, and B, I was blackout drunk.
Kind of what Yoko Taro does, actually.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Are we gonna have a talk about that? Like, how to write drunk?
I honestly, at this point, I have enough expertise that I could.
I mean, no, I think we need to talk on how to write while sober.
Oh, it's cute. It's cute. Oh, wait, are you serious?
Like, you already know how to write drunk, like...
Oh, I know how to write sober, too. Most of the porn that I write is while sober.
Fair.
Sleep deprivation is my alcohol.
Well,
Who in the chat writes drunk? Or drinks at all? Like, how are we doing on the drinking game right now? Is anyone out yet? Did we lose anyone?
I'm still here, but I'm working on like my 4th or 5th glass now.
I'm perfectly sober because I don't trust myself to get incredibly buzzed in time for my talk. And I figure expectations will be fine.
I
I'll
can't try
survive.
alcohol. 'Cause I
Yeah,
don't-
Nye has a good point.
I wish I could drink, like, especially for watercress meetings. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Sometimes I want to be driven to drinking. Well, it's mostly for Yahoo roleplays that I was like actually convinced to like start drinking because things were happening.
Yahoo?
Wait, what?
What the Dude.
I feel like I've told the story, and I'm not sure if I want to tell the story again before in an audience of 100 people.
Yes, agreed. You might want to keep that one to yourself.
I mean, it's just
Remember,
for the
everything is
sake
admissible.
of the people.
Damn it, there are people in the chat asking.
Yeah, people in the chat are like, tell the story.
I don't think there's actually much to discuss. Basically, I joined in a small RP group, and what it boiled down to is that everybody else was using anthro characters except me, and I didn't understand, like, what you guys... I didn't know you guys were furries, and then they say they're not furries. Like, okay, let's keep going.
Yeah.
And then one of them was using, I swear to God, a naked dolphin anthro.
What?
And every other person in the group was like really, really skeeved about this, including me. And like they were trying to like making characters like they discard armor so that they can hunt better. It's like, no, this is weird. You're weird. So that's
Right.
how long my summers went.
If it's any consolation, I got my start writing on Naruto roleplays back when Naruto was big and populated by 12-year-olds.
Dude, I started with Maximum Ride. Like, my
See,
god.
You mentioned that a couple of times, and now I run Persona roleplays that are not getting off the ground because I'm a lazy cocksucker. So,
Fair.
I mean, Wolf can attest to this.
I mean, Persona's not as bad. Like, Maximum Ride's like fucking young adult novel. Like,
What if, right? What if we make an Animorphs roleplay?
dude,
God, no.
down
No.
right here, right now, you and me.
Come on, you know you want to. It would be a good bonding experience.
Guys, we already have Neko Power for a reason. I don't
That's
think
true.
Fair.
What if instead of cat girls we make dog boys? And then there's the one cat girl that you can't romance just to fuck with the player.
Damn it! Don't tell them my entire concept that I have.
Talking about the
Y'all
game
haven't agreed to anything, right? I think I just had to talk about this.
Damn it! I need to make a contract ASAP. I need to incorporate.
But we are.
Speaking of which, is anyone working on anything interesting they'd like to talk about? Or rather, they can talk about?
NaNoRenO?
Yeah.
NaNoRenO?
What's coming up, guys?
Like, no, I will talk about NaNoRenO all day long. Because, like, last VN Conf, we got, like, 5 or 6 of the speakers to work with us for NaNoRenO. And then they joined us. And now this year, we have an even bigger team. So if anyone here wants to work in NaNoRenO, private message me, please.
Please, for the love of God, we need more editors who can, like, edit. Because, like, I don't know how one of our editors is, and it's just me and, like, 2 other people.
Like, so, Watercrest has been in NaNoRenO since 2015, so this will be our 4th year. And last time we made the game Our Home, which was about 80,000 words with 11 endings, fully voice acted. So, like, if you are looking to get into the dev in general or NaNoRenO, feel free to join us. And we have a lot of experience, so it should run smoothly like it has the last 3 years.
Should, being the keyword.
I mean, it's NaNoRenO, things are gonna happen, but, like, it's still really fun. Join us for sure.
Yeah. Shit. I need to find my wallet for when that pizza gets here. I don't know where it is. This is why I shouldn't be allowed to drink.
Wait. So,
eventually.
Ayo, you're not gonna give us anything, are you? Nothing.
What?
You're
What
not giving us
about?
anything.
I don't drink, unfortunately. I mean, tea. If anyone wants to talk tea, got this lovely Darjeeling right now that I'm
I've never had
working on.
Darjeeling. How is it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm about to
I much prefer like lemon and ginger or like chai.
probably moving on to a matcha real soon for the energy
Ooh,
boost.
very, very nice.
So I'm sure that's really exciting.
Yeah, my local grocery store doesn't sell good matcha.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sounds really terrible, matcha.
Right next to smoothies.
Dang it.
If you look at like a recipe chart for smoothies and tea, it's just like, whoa, what's your mind?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so boring, you guys.
Honestly, I'm way more boring than anyone else here. Look, at least you're capable of speaking with some inflection, and you don't have 2 facial expressions.
It's a little bit my job, but we'll talk about that during my talk.
Are you talking about my VN character? 2 expressions.
Wolf can confirm that my 2 facial expressions are me being smug and me going meh.
They look the same. It's the same.
Yeah, they look exactly the same too. That's the best part.
Someone draw an expression chart. I need to see.
Actually, the best is my roommate recently discovered that I have a 3rd facial expression, and allegedly it's, quote, that subtle look of nihilism when you realize the life is terrible. And this is whiskey number, what, like 5 or 6?
Oh boy.
We have 5
No.
more hours of this. You're not gonna make it.
Honestly, my talk is in another 2 hours or so. I just ordered a pizza.
Follow your dreams.
I don't have dreams. All I have are nightmares. He said trying to be edgy. I'm gonna be so shit. No, I'm not gonna be that shit-faced.
Just a little bit.
No, I'm pretty good right now. My door is currently open for when I get that pizza. Wolf can attest to how well I can handle my alcohol.
I really want you to be even more drunk than normal.
Even more drunk than normal. Okay, maybe I should chug this.
Oh God, no.
Specifically
That's
for
my
your
secret,
talk.
Captain. I'm always fine.
So this is what it feels like to be on a sinking boat.
Honestly, I remember this one time I had this client from Thailand or something, and we were talking about something, and it's like 2 in the afternoon for me, and he's like, "What are you doing right now?" And I'm like, "Well, I just poured myself my first glass of whiskey for the day." And he's like, "Oh, so you're an old-fashioned raider? Okay."
Oh wow. Okay, no. No. That's asking for trouble. That is a no.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that I've ever written or edited while sober, and I'm coming up blank, which is really upsetting.
You know, you might be legitimately an alcoholic. Just saying.
No, because I quit second term of unit like a year ago for several months, and I didn't have any issues of dependency.
This is an intervention.
That should be a game jam. The sober game jam.
No,
my God.
no, don't make me work sober, please.
The pain in you guys' voice. I mean, People come over all the time, I'm sure.
In reality,
people
this the VN conference is just like a facade to get Cypher to come here so we can give an intervention.
You know what? I honestly wouldn't put it past you.
Pull out my letter. We care about you, and you are very.
It's just a Hallmark card.
We do. I mean, we care about you in the abstract. We can't literally stop you because, I mean, you're across the country.
That's true. I'm in Canada, so I mean,
Yeah.
depending on where you are, I'm in another country.
So east or west?
Wait, what?
I mean, if
For
you had
me,
a contract, you
it's
would think
East
twice.
Coast.
So I'll just fly north and I'll find you.
Yeah, well,
What? You're gonna take like a crop duster, like a biplane, just fly due north?
Yeah, I'll
I'm gonna
fly
be, like,
directly
way
over
north.
New York City. It'll be fine. No issue.
I am personally looking forward to when we're, with all this talk about drinking, I'm personally looking forward to the day when we can have visual conference in Texas and everybody's in the same place. Nobody's going to show up to 80 panels sober.
Oh,
my
God.
goodness.
Honestly, that would be
I'd
great.
love for
But
that to happen.
technically, I'm not allowed to drink in America.
Oh, speaking of conferences in Texas, just so you know, guys, usually Anime Fest in Dallas is kind of like a meetup that people come to.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
yeah, we're aiming for another one this year. Come to Anime
Right on.
Fest.
Yeah, one of my bosses is trying to get me to go to like I think it's Anime Next in Jersey in July,
Mhm.
but it's like I don't have the fucking money for that. Like, $500 US is like $1 million Canadian dollars.
It's such a Trudeau joke here.
every
Speaking of,
conference I want to go to is either on the other side of a country that I'm not even in, or on the other side of my own country. And there's always like 5 or so hours by flying away. It's
Wait,
so
wait, Tootie, which Canadian conferences are even worth going to? Or conventions, rather?
not really.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's literally
I mean,
none
they're
of them.
all in the States, but they're all in like the way off on the West Coast or way down at like the bottom of the United States.
Wait, you're an East Coaster as well?
Yes.
I was unaware of that.
Ontario. Good old Ontario boy.
You live in the central part of the country. That's not the
I'm
East
in
Coast.
Ontario.
I live in New Brunswick. That's the East Coast.
It's east.
Yeah,
By
you
the
wanna
way,
go to Anime North?
yeah, I'm going to SakuraCon, and we might have a panel there. So
Where is SakuraCon? When is it?
Seattle, and it is
Seattle.
March
Welcome to Seattle.
1st.
Oh, I'm still in school, so I can't make
Seattle
it.
is so good, you guys.
Seattle is the best city I've ever been to.
I love
Like,
it.
I've been to plenty of cities, but Seattle is just the cleanest, most like well-designed city in America. Like for
We
real.
built this city.
Oh
Well,
my
don't come in
God.
winter. There's lots of rain. Not the best season, unless you like
It's
skiing.
really nice in
There's
Seattle.
rain all the time, though. Like, be
Look.
real.
It's better than the winter apocalypse. Like, the reason my studio is called Long Winter is because Canada experiences like an 8 to 10 month winter every year.
So-
Sorry.
And that's not an exaggeration.
It's always horrible in Texas for the exact opposite reason.
Yeah, I'd rather it be cold than hot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was snowing like -20 the other day, and then suddenly it was 7 degrees. Well, I'm talking Celsius, and then
Okay,
now
thank
it's
God.
snowing again. Yeah, I know.
Mm.
not Fahrenheit.
I'm too lazy to convert from Fahrenheit.
Today, but normally in summer it gets to like 80. Not 80. In Celsius like 42, 43.
Jesus.
My favorite part from the last week is how like people are like saying like it's 40 below. Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit? Then you do the conversion, it's the same.
It's the same.
Okay, what is the
Yeah.
like snowing point, like ice point in Fahrenheit? Like 44?
No.
20?
32.
34, 30,
Yeah,
32.
32.
32 is freezing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Gotcha.
step away
A little
eventually.
warmer than that?
32 is 0 Celsius.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
I need to get on American. That's what y'all need to do.
Yeah, base 2 is fucking stupid. Base 10 is where it's at.
Oh. Well, I know we're all
Like-
having fun, but would anybody like some news from the real world?
Sure.
Is it good news?
Kind of. I mean,
Okay.
Hawaii hasn't been blown up today, so that's a good, I
Well,
think.
that's very good
Oh,
news.
yeah, it's always great.
But there was somebody sent out a
Oh.
message saying that it was.
Oh no, yeah. I just popped over to Twitter and some of my Hawaiian friends are okay.
Like, we're
Oh,
not-
well, if we're gonna talk about the news, I love how the first thing on CBC is called the first article is titled "Putin's Revenge." like I want to make a VN now called Putin's Revenge.
Yeah, that's a VN. That's a
No.
VN.
It's a romance game though. Like
Yes.
You play as
boys
Trump and you have to
dating,
romance Putin.
like got dumped or something. Now going to try to find someone else out of revenge.
Let's be real. It's just going to be Lady Killer in a bind, but Putin is the protagonist.
When we know the bad things are
Can
just
someone make a
isolated.
mod for that?
I
Can
would
we make
sell my
mods for
soul
that?
for that.
Yes.
Ask Christine Love.
Do it. Do it.
Oh my goodness.
Also-
concerned about
To
all the
tweet
games
her
that
right
can't come
now.
out of this.
Also, one of the other headlines on CBC News right now is, quote, "I don't know what to do with my late husband's sperm."
Oh, okay.
Boy.
I don't even
Also
know
the
what to
name
do with
of
this.
it- No, that's the name of a light novel.
You
Yeah,
do
easy.
Don't
the
give
fuck is
anime
on this
any more
CBC?
bad ideas. With anime, it wouldn't even be husband. It would be no. Let me stop right there before.
I don't know what to do with my little sister's sperm. Yeah, so you know.
Okay.
You're a mind reader, and I hate it. Like, that's literally. Good God. I would think, fire. Just
Yep.
fire would help with that.
I'm gonna go drink some bleach later.
Have
That'll
fun.
help.
Thanks, Echo, for linking out ours. We're not shamelessly still promoting anything.
Oh.
but,
We self
I was gonna say I could link mine, but it's like I don't have any projects under Long Winter yet. It's mostly just a place for me to promote myself at this point.
Yeah. Hang on. How do I know how to invite people. I know this.
Fuck it.
There we go.
Well, I might as well. I'm gonna start stuff at Nano, so I might as well link people to it.
Link. Oh yeah.
There we
you're
go.
Are you gonna be doing your own project beyond ours?
What? Me? Yeah.
Awesome.
Rio and his girlfriend, who is an artist in the industry, they're both working on something and they want me to take part in it.
Okay.
And beyond that, I'm thinking about, like, if they don't have that ready for me by Nano, because I'm pretty sure they want it to be paid, I'm gonna take one of those free concepts and try to run with it. Wonder if anybody's actually.
There is. Speaking of, apparently we got a new release of Renpai. If anybody's interested, 6.99.14. Go ahead and pick that up.
It's a pre-release.
It's still the best visual novel engine on the market, even though more people are using Unity for this kind of thing. But
I've heard VN Maker's a thing that exists, but it's pretty terrible from what I know.
I keep
Okay,
wanting to try it, but also I don't want to spend money.
Exactly.
I don't want to stop using Renpai. Like Renpai, you can't beat having the support of the person making it. Like you can go to his Discord, and if you have any issues or if you have any like suggestions for new content to put into the engine, you can talk to him directly, and you just can't beat that.
Yeah, I did a project on Unity earlier last year using Fungus, and it was really nice, but they were like still working on their save load functionality, so that was rough.
Oof.
I just Toronto Builder. Oh my God. Okay, so
We started a project in Unity, but it's not a VN, so it's acceptable.
FGD. The thing is, it's just, and this is my take on Tyranno Builder, VN Maker, because somebody actually asked me a while back, would you ever consider doing reviews of engines? And my programming is crap, so I don't know if I'd be able to reliably review that sort of thing. But in that situation, I would be judging them against Renpai's versatility and whether or not we can successfully do the same functions without the issues involved. And the thing with Tyranno Builder, the games I've played in Tyranno Builder, maybe this has gotten better, but the early games I played with Tyranno Builder were trash. The VN Maker games were better, but still not great. And even games made in Unity were kind of rough. So it's like, I just don't want to sit there and trash every a visual novel engine in the market, I've already got like half the developers after my ass, so I better not.
Do it.
Well, I mean, if you're not a programmer, you might be the right person to review those things, since all of those tend to be WYSIWYG type stuff.
Yeah, like they're supposed to be designed to allow non-programmers to make VNs. So if you have to say I'm not a programmer, so ... there's an issue with the engine.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
I've tried Tyranno 2 to make my demo, and I do like how fast it is for, I guess, prototyping, but it's just a bit more annoying for me to change the interface. Like I found RenPy easier for some reason. I mean, it might be different for different people.
Bribery. The answer to your question, you found it easier because of bribery.
Yeah, RenPy Tom bribed me.
Yeah, that.
He's got
makes-
stacks on deck.
What?
He's been bribing everyone in the chat.
Did play all the games that were the last Tyranno exam, and it seemed like a pretty versatile engine. But I don't know. I'm just so used to scripting these days.
I feel like, by the way, hi. I feel like generally when it comes to like, engines, WYSIWYG is faster at first, but once you learn the programming stuff, it's easier to just like type it out. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to say something there. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I find just typing it out and then just seeing how it looks like immediately, it's fine to program.
yeah. Sorry, I needed to test my mic anyway, and then you guys were talking about something interesting, and I'm like, oh, I'll just say something now. That'll work.
Perfect. Jump on in.
Oh, there's a big family here.
Oh goodness, that explains all the drinking. So I asked earlier and then totally didn't read the chat, so I'm gonna ask again. Who's going to cons this year and which ones?
I might be going to anime next.
Cool.
Emphasis on might.
Otakon is quality. Oh, it's been so long since I've been though.
It's election year in
Otakon,
Georgia, so
Anime North.
probably not any.
I will be at Anime North. I'll try
Oh,
to find
really?
people- Yeah.
I might go to that as well.
Oh,
So we should meet
Mississauga,
up.
right? Yeah. Nice. I went last year, or last year, I forgot which. 2016.
Where is Anime North?
Canada.
It's in
Oh.
Toronto, but it's like beside Toronto. Like technically it's kind of in Toronto.
Okay, I gotcha.
Which somebody remind me to renew my passport, by the way.
I could renew mine too.
We'll just send you notes every couple of weeks. Have you renewed your passport yet? Have you
Tweet
renewed your
at me,
passport
hey
yet?
man, if you.
I
I've
don't
already
even have
forgot
one.
it. I got it in.
I should probably get myself one.
Probably.
Yep. I'm gonna aim for Anime Fest this year as usual, since I know a lot of devs like to meet up there. So Anime Fest, everybody.
Okay.
Woo!
Okay, I'm cutting myself off because I just misread Naive Sprite's their thing as just have to see if we have to get babies at the cons.
Wow.
Like, use protection, everyone.
Don't get babies at a con. It's probably
Don't be a fool,
illegal.
rep. I mean, con flu is much better than getting pregnant at a con.
Mm.
Well, I mean, it depends. Okay, here's the thing. Are you getting pregnant by the person that you are in a relationship with?
Probably not.
Okay, in that
Are
case,
you
don't get
prepared
pregnant.
to have a child?
Well,
Like,
if you know me, you know I'm not equipped for children.
Because here's the thing: if you're in a relationship with them, then it's a very funny story for when that kid becomes 8. When if not, then it just kind of gets creepy. Yeah, your mom was wearing this Asuna cosplay that I found very attractive. And it's like,
Oh
Isn't it
no!
horrible to like have your parents sit you down and show you some old school anime and tell you it means a lot to them, only to find out they met because they were cosplaying those characters, and then
Yeah.
you.
What if it's Bible Black?
Here's the fursuit I was wearing when I was having you. Like, oh no.
like, Dad, too much information.
I can't watch this show anymore.
Honestly, I think Help I Got Pregnant at a Con is probably the best light novel idea we've ever had.
Oh my god, yes.
Book that. Book.
Also, Yoshi knows if you're listening in. How will you know which Kirito cosplayer did it to you? It depends on if it's short-haired Kirito or if it's.
The only sad thing is the only reason I know SAO exists is because I watch Mother's Basement and.
Me too. my roommates, guys, I have a confession. My roommates unironically think that SAO is great, and that makes me really mad.
I mean, like, if you like SEO, you know, more power to you. Like, I'm not gonna judge you for your taste.
First season's really good.
I don't like SEO at all. First season's pretty good, but like, I don't like it if other people do. And same thing for like, you know, Persona and stuff like that. Like, honestly, if you like it, and you know, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, look, he's nice. Wolf is a very nice guy. I'm not. I am judging the crap out of you if you like SAO. I'm judging you right now. I am judging everything you've ever liked. I am judging your food preferences. I am judging your dog. I'm judging all of it.
Yeah, I'm just an asshole. I'm gonna judge everything.
liking Sword Art Online, ironically, is a dangerous, slippery slope to take because eventually you go to the point that you start actually liking it.
Tootie, is it gonna be like one of those drug commercials where it's like SAO, not even once?
Not even once.
This is your brain. This is your brain on Sword Art Online.
And then you start liking stuff like Oreimo.
Oh my god.
No, Oreimo's not bad. Then you start liking shit like Ikitosen.
Did you just say that Oreimo isn't bad?
It's you know what? I can deal with Oreimo. I've seen worse. I've seen worse.
I think I just died a little bit inside.
Also, Aggie, the waifu wars are starting.
Oh no.
Honestly, or compared to Arrow Manga Sensei, Oreimo is good. I'm technically an anime journalist. My opinion is valid.
I mean, opinions are opinions. They're all technically valid.
That hippie Disney bullshit.
Are not that bad, or it could be worse. What do you consider to be top tier?
This is true.
Honestly, I don't even know what I consider to be top tier at this point. The Junji Ito collection's pretty fucking bad. Like, I watched it recently. That first episode was trash.
I haven't watched it for a reason.
Oh, dude, I can link you to the Jotaku article that I wrote recently. That's like, this is a bad idea.
Oh god. I was hoping it was good.
It's just because the first episode isn't what most people are expecting, and it seems to be that most of these episodes are on things that haven't been translated to the West thus far.
Oh.
Also, we're getting Tomie as an OVA, which makes me kind of mad.
Oh,
give me a minute. Yeah, what? Oh, fuck, is it? Okay.
Don't talk about pizza unless you're going to share with the... Man, no, I want pizza.
Learn to mute your mic.
So, speaking of anime and shit, Violet Evergarden, the first episode came out recently. Has anyone else been checking that out?
I've heard good things.
Yeah, I mean, it looks beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I liked it a lot.
I can't believe Netflix is gonna save anime.
I mean, look who it's from. I think it's Kyoto, right? Yeah, it's Kyoto, and they make a bunch of really good shit. Also, like budget, they just flaunt infinite budget, even though it probably doesn't have that much money behind it. But like everything is just so fucking beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Did anyone watch Silent Voice?
Yes, I like that one too a lot.
It's so good.
Like that and Your Name are both like my favorites.
Oh man, anime movies that have budgets though, you guys.
What's happening?
I mean, credit where it's due. I knock anime a lot, and because it's sometimes deserved, but when they put in the money and the effort, they put out a lot of good stuff. I mean, Your Name, Silent Voice.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm still technically on lunch for the next like 20 minutes.
Somebody is not muted.
No.
A few others that I like. I think we should just listen into this piece of conversation.
Yeah, like everyone be real quiet.
It can be part of VN history.
Oh, I liked Girl That Jumped Through Time. It was really good.
think of all the anime movies that I like now. Cowboy Bebop, quality film.
That film was awesome. Jinro's always my kind of go-to for anime movies. That's kind of me though. I know that's more niche than anything, but it is just a
5
good.
centimeters per second made me unreasonably angry at trains.
True.
I mean,
mean-
trains deserve your scorn.
Like Makoto Shinkai has a lot of stuff with trains. Like your name has a few train bits, which are like, oh boy.
I hate trains now.
I may come out for another ginger
Toy
ale.
Story also made me unreasonably angry at trains. See.
I totally
got
thought
pizza, my dudes.
I totally thought your name was gonna be a sad ending because all the other movies before it were tragic ends, and then your name put us for a spin there. Everyone who's like a 5 centimeter per second fan was like, okay, well here's the train scene, and it's gonna be over.
Yeah, and then they walk past each other and they fucking
Trains.
bait you so hard. Oh my god.
I gotta be honest, I don't really like Makoto Shinkai that much.
Cool. That's fine too.
Yeah, I find it's very I recognize that I'm not everybody, but I find it's very emotionally manipulative.
Mm,
And as a direct result of that, I find that most movies don't really make me feel anything.
that makes sense.
Granted, Wolf can attest that most things don't make me feel anything, so
That's why he drinks day in, day out. He just wants to feel something.
Oh, Hosoda films.
It could be that the drinking is affecting the feeling part, but hey.
posting about oneself. Oh, hey, Nye's working on a mystery. Oh, cool. Right on.
He's
need
been
more
working on it
mysteries.
for like years. How have you not heard about it? Like, Nye is
Honestly,
like
dude,
the most shameless self-promoter in the world.
no,
Love
you've
you,
met
Nye.
me,
Fair.
and I know I like to shit on myself a lot, but like you've met me, and you know that I'm just a slut for these kinds of things.
Everybody should head over to Dev Chat right now for a good time.
Oh
Mm.
no.
Define good time.
I don't know, just doing shameless self-promotion, filling out another bingo card.
Sounds
Cool.
like a horrible bathroom graffiti thing.
Head over to Dev Chat for a good time.
How much is it per minute?
That's some good pizza.
Exposure?
Exposure per minute doesn't make any sense as a
How
payment
much
model.
per minute?
You get paid an exposure for that? Oh my
I gotta be
god.
honest. Nothing pisses me off more. Someone recently said, "You can edit this, and I'll pay you with my eternal gratitude." And I was like, "No, you can pay me with real money, or you can fuck off."
No one wants your eternal gratitude. Unless it's
I
one
was
of
like, "Your
those
eternal
like,
gratitude
weird
and a free copy of the game's nice." But
fables
it's
or
like if I'm,
something. Like where
it's
you
like if I'm,
save a squirrel
yeah.
and then years later it like puts your head back on after you're murdered by a witch. You know, fables.
But it's like if I'm editing like 50,000+ words, 9 times out of 10, I'd like to be paid.
Mm-hmm.
The only volunteer stuff that I really do know is through Watercress. That's because I like Wolf and Echo enough that I'm not going to be like, "Hey, pay me, you assholes."
Oh, you
I mean,
don't
like-
like me? Okay.
Their companionship is enough.
Yeah, like the big thing with Watercress is that like everyone volunteers, so, like none of us make a profit, so it's like fine because we're not like we're not assholes who make a profit and say, "Hey, work with us for free," you know?
Which is most of the people that I tend to encounter.
Yeah, like we are like when we were created, we came from the Catalyst Shoujo subreddit, and we operate basically how they do or they did during development, you know. I mean, we are an LLC, so like we are protected, but still.
Like, we're not going too far. It's just the legal organization is there, but not the contractual organization, which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I always insist on it though. I mean, I don't insist per se because my current editor does work for me for free, but literally his thing is just to come in, and I talk about it in reviews sometimes, have somebody in the back room that just looks at your work and smacks you over the head with a yardstick every now and then. That's his job. But my basic push for make sure people request payment is because it kind of closes out their role if they have to walk away. and they don't get to come back and say, well, you guys took my work and did X, so now you owe me Y. And again, I have a feeling people are going to walk away from this conversation. Oh my God, JP is suspect, and that's my vegetarian lasagna. But it's not that I'm cynical or duplicitous. It's just that human nature is human nature, and my advice to anybody is protect yourself and make sure that you're safe, and then you can have all the fun you want.
Yeah, in my experience, people don't have enough legal education, and that's why I sent you those community contracts that I've been working on, because I'd like to make those public as soon as humanly possible.
Yes, I gotta go ahead and read that as soon as we get back to talking about anime and randomness.
Yeah, we are working on contracts. Like, even though everyone's volunteer, yes, even volunteer, you want to protect yourself. Like, we specifically already have NDAs. Like, NDAs are the big one.
Oh, now that'll be the big conversation for next year. NDA.
Oh man.
There's always going to be something.
Life, you mean?
Like, what?
Oh, NDAs are the fabric of my life, but I can't tell you why.
Oh, I'm sure Funimation just, okay, sign this one. Okay, now you're on a new project. Sign this NDA.
Oh man.
Sign literally all the NDAs.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You go home at the end of the day, you're just carrying a bag full of NDAs and contracts. Like, okay, I gotta read all these.
I love my job.
I've always wanted to be a voice actor.
It's so good. It's living the dream, you guys.
I'm living the dream in that I get to be a professional grammar Nazi.
You know, we only have one NDA per person, because when you sign on for us, you sign on forever because we have your soul. I mean,
yeah, I was about to say there's literally a thing in my contract that says Wolf now owns your soul and your penis
separately.
That's a little much, but okay. I mean, I guess it depends on what you do with that particular body part, and maybe
it's a different type of exposure.
Yeah, I was about to make a crack about that, but
is exposure part of the drinking contest? Because I feel like it needs to be.
Oh yeah, it definitely needs to be.
Throw it in there. Why not?
Throw it on there.
I mean, at this point, I don't think I necessarily need to have the drinking game. I'm winning at this
There are
point.
no winners in a drinking game. Are you serious?
I'm Irish. If I'm the last man standing, I win. That's how that works in my community.
I love sharing Twitter accounts here. 9 people followed you in the past 30 seconds. Jesus, help!
I'm kind of scared to see how many people followed me.
I'm gonna try and follow all the Twitter links that get posted.
Yeah, same here.
So many.
Yeah, I'm trying to follow everyone back. Oh, by the way, in the chat, I asked if there's any advice or experiences people have with showcasing VNs and cons, and there's some cool stuff. Yeah, because sometimes I find that when you're just reading and it's a really loud, busy environment, it's very hard for me to figure out how to showcase a VN.
Start with the porn scenes, do everything else afterwards.
Called the visual novel.
Yeah, that will
gonna get
capture
thrown
their
out.
attention for sure.
Yeah, it's
It's
really
super
tough
cool.
because VNs are basically really fancy slideshows, and how do you showcase a VN where at that point you're just showing a demo. Making a really good OP or trailer, the Dysfunctional Systems trailer was super good. That's
I've seen it. It's really good.
I'll link it in the chat, but the Dysfunctional Systems trailer is how I would want to have a trailer or have a VN showed off to me.
Yeah, we did a panel once that was where we just played a bunch of trailers. A bunch of devs just submitted their stuff, and we played through all of them, and then answered questions and stuff, and that was cool. And I think actually a lot of people got really interested in some things through that. We showed off Hanako's Black Closet, and I was like, "Hey, the person made Long Live the Queen made this," and everyone was like, "Yeah!" And then Dysfunctional Systems, they actually had a panel at Anime Expo ages ago.
Shh, that's my alarm. Sorry.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes until the next thing.
Has anyone seen the visual novel reading room that Christine Love did at PAX? No?
No, we
She
almost did
basically
one.
had-
Yeah.
this booth set up, and there were like I think 3 or 4 different visual novels from different devs, and you would just go and sit in there and play through them, sort of like a little quiet offshoot spot. And it looked like it was really successful. Lore had one of her games there. I don't think she's here right now, but she seemed to really like it.
Yeah,
Like,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No worries. I was just gonna say, I know Yang Yang Mobile, the guys that did the letter, they present their games over at conventions. Like I met them at Casual Connect going through it. And they also had difficulties because people would be really interested in the game. They would come down, they would sit to play, but then they would leave after a few minutes because they're like, oh, it's just reading or whatever. So you might want to work on, making sure that people know what it is beforehand.
So that the literate people don't show up.
Yeah.
So people
Well,
remember
this was for a casual games expo, so I think most of the games were social based. So maybe consider your market as well before diving.
Yeah. I was talking to. I was working with Tin Man Games on having a visual novel reading room at PAX Australia. We couldn't do it last year, but we're probably gonna do it this year.
Seems like a good idea.
Finally
and
found the
looks like
thing
it
that I was
got,
looking
like, a lot of
for
people-
publishing.
I think the thing is,
Just gonna link in the chat. But go ahead.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Well, I was gonna say, I think the thing is, if you do a demo at a con or anything, that make sure people know what it is, and B, make sure it's a game with do a cut of the game that has a high level of interactivity. If you're just doing like the first 15 minutes and it's all built up to the first choice, then yeah, they're going to tune out. But if you cut to just like a demo of, okay, here's the choices, here are the exciting parts, they'll be more likely to stick to it. It's just a matter of what to include, I think, at that part. And I'm going to mute so I can have this lasagna.
Yep. I normally just play trailers.
One of my friends linked me this thing the other day. They just put in the VN conf chat. It was the game design doc that the dev submitted to the Nintendo for the Switch release, and it's just like a very short like blurb. So if you're like submitting to publishers, this is kind of like the sort of content that you want to go for. Like have it very clear and concise. Like know how you're using like their hardware and like what they stand to gain from it. And it's pretty useful as a reference if you're like actually looking towards like getting published, and you need to like know what they're looking for and provide accordingly. So I thought this one was really interesting. It's not necessarily a VN because it isn't, but I figured just like the same mentality would be appropriate for like if you're looking for publishers.
Well, even though it's not a VN, the Switch is opening up to more visual novels. Well, depending on the design and the pitch, because Necro Barista from just playing it, it's a 3D visual novel. But
I'm so excited.
Good. That one looks real.
It's so good.
Chat, you guys all know what Necro Barista is, right?
I think they showed it last year.
I have no
They showed
idea.
up last year. I was actually going to get them in for a talk, but then it collided with some event happening in Vancouver, so they couldn't come.
Yeah,
That sucks.
Yeah, now that one could do very, very well. Let's see if I can get the trailer. It's an old trailer, but if you look at the trailer and just what they show off, it's a 3D visual novel. But the design and the idea behind it is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. I thought you said a Neko Barista, like
Oh,
cat. I
not
was so
quite.
confused.
We are leaving the Necos at the door. Thank you.
Add that to the list of weird games that are going to come out of it.
It's
boy.
basically Neko
You know.
Paro, though. Neko Paro is basically, Neko Barista.
Yeah, well, it's got a different styling. All right, we have 5 minutes until we're going to start up again. Hopefully my video
You guys want to get in?
okay. I had to downscale it down to 720p, and I hope my laptop doesn't melt down. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, hopefully. Well, the backup recorder hopefully has at least the pieces that I missed, and we will stitch them together. It's going to be a little bit hodgepodge. Oh well.
It's cool.
You know, for some reason, I sure hope that our lunch open discussion makes it. Just because getting pregnant at cons was a feature.
Well, yeah, I wasn't recording because I was resetting everything, but maybe the backup has it. So we'll see.
Just have
We
to
will
tweet
see.
out or
The
something.
lunchtime's always really good. Like last year, like for me and Echo in particular, the lunch one was really fun because like we got to talk to Renpai Tom, and he was talking about Palinurus in the last lunch one.
Yeah, he should be in the audience today.
He is.
He is. I love him, Renpai Tom. I want your children.
Whoa.
Like to have your children. Like I want to have your
Yes,
children, not to like take
Whoa.
them. Hold on.
That's the fastest heel turn I've ever seen. Hi, no.
All right. On that note,